Hello everyone, welcome to SSLC Second Language English. Today let us learn the topic comprehension passages. So important tips for solving comprehension passages. First one, read the passage thoroughly. The reading should be quick. Second one, focus on the relevant details and underline them with a pen or a pencil. Read the questions carefully and go back to the passage to find the answers. The answers are generally in a logical sequence. Try to write the answer in your own words. To find the answers to the vocabulary based questions like synonyms, etc., replace the word with the meanings. If you find that it is the same in meaning, the answer is correct. Seventh one, to find the correct option in multiple choice questions, go through all the options, reread the passage, and then tick the correct option. 4 mark questions. First one, read the following. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. 1. Addressing a huge gathering, Dayanand Saraswati thundered, "Your ancestors were not uncivilized men living in forests. They were great men who enlightened the world. Your history is not a story of defeats, it is the story of the conquerors of the world. Your Vedic scriptures are not the songs of cowherds. They are immortal truths which saved mighty souls like Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. Arise, awake, and be proud of your glorious history. Take inspiration from it to mold the present. Shame upon your modern education which fills you with contempt for your ancestors." Question number 1. What does Dayanand Saraswati say about our ancestors? Answer. They were not uncivilized men living in forests. They were great men who enlightened the world. What is history according to Dayanand Saraswati? Answer. History is not a story of defeats. It is the story of conquerors of the world. C. What are the Vedas? Vedas are immortal truths which saved mighty souls like Sri Rama and Sri Krishna. What does the speaker advise us to do? He advises us to arise, awake, and feel proud of our glorious history. Take inspiration from it to mold the present. Thank you. Second passage. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. King Ashoka was a kind, wise, and righteous ruler. He spent all his time for thinking of the welfare of his subjects. He had a strong desire to make his subjects happy. His subjects could meet him at any time and in any place. He had trees planted on either side of the roads. He had wells dug by the roadside. He had rest houses built for both men and animals. He was respected by everyone. Pick up a sentence from the passage which shows Ashoka was liberal with his subjects. Answer. His subjects could meet him at any time and at any place. How did Ashoka usually spend his time? Answer. He spent his time thinking about the welfare of his subjects. C. What kind of a ruler was Ashoka? Ashoka was a kind, wise, and righteous ruler. Write any 2 works of Ashoka which he did for the welfare of his subjects. Answer. He had trees planted on either sides of the roads. He had wells dug by the roadside. He had rest houses built for both men and animals. Thank you. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. George Washington was the first president of the United States of America. He was born over 200 years ago in the state of Virginia on February 22. When George was a boy, he had lots of fun exploring the woods and forests near his home. He enjoyed hunting, boating, and fishing. He lived on a farm and helped his father with the chores that needed to be done. George went to school until he was 14 years old. His favorite subject was mathematics. George was a good, quiet boy who got along well with others. George grew up to be a tall and strong man. He joined the military. He was a great leader and helped with many battles. He is best remembered as a leader of the Continental Army. He helped the Americans win the Revolutionary War against Great Britain for independence. Questions. Young George was fun exploring. How? Answer. When George was a boy, he had lots of fun exploring the woods and forests near his home. B. What did George enjoy doing? Hunting, boating, and fishing. How did he help the Americans? He helped the Americans to win the Revolutionary War against the Great Britain for independence. Why is George best remembered as a leader of the Continental Army? Read the following passage and answer the questions given below. As a boy, Lal Bahadur Shastri was mischievous but always cheerful. He had a kind heart. Once he and his uncle went for a stroll. It was getting dark. An old man who was selling mangoes saw them. He said, "Sir, it is getting dark. I will sell these mangoes cheap. Just give me one anna, 6 paisa of day for 100." The two searched their pockets and scraped together an anna and gave it to him. The vendor started counting the fruits. When he reached 50, Lal Bahadur asked him to stop and to keep the change. Later, his uncle asked him why he had done so. The boy replied, "100 mangoes for an anna is too cheap." He was prepared to suffer a loss and sell all at the rate only because it was going dark. It was hard on him, so I asked him to keep the change. His uncle asked him why he had done so. A. What had he done? B. Why did he do so? Answer A. He had told the man to keep the change. He felt that selling 100 mangoes for an anna was too hard on the old man. What kind of a boy was Lal Bahadur? Lal Bahadur was a kind and sympathetic boy. Pick out the word from the passage which means a person who sells things, especially on the street. C. Vendor. Thank you.